Yeah, this is supposed to be the plateau where you nice little entrance to a dark, definitely a tourist mess. But last night's camping, and it started. Okay, supposed to be a shrine that we get to see. Welcome to the Eternal Cyclist. Enjoy the adventure. We're now in Japan. What's the old saying? You can wait a week, you can wait a month, you can wait however long you want for that money shot. Doesn't mean you'll get it. Right over there is Mount Fuji. As you see, I've gotten different shots of it, did the best I can, but it's just that time of year. It's hazy, so it's not a clear shot, not that money shot. But 30 years ago, probably was the same. Been here, seen it, and that's how it goes. Okay, this is kind of what we come to see. Of course, not clear, but we can maybe Photoshop it up a bit. As we cross the bridge to the other side, we're going a whole different route now up to Mount Fuji and around. Okay, we're headed to do a kind of a semicircle around Mount Fuji instead of going the riverfront way up to Mount Fuji, or up to the next place I need to be or want to be, which is the Alps. But we've got to do what we got to do, so we're going to take this route, which goes around. Some spectacular views, but not very clear, unfortunately. Okay, school traffic time. Take it easy, go slow. It's traffic morning. Some of the neighborhood and the riding paths are just beautiful, and then comes the outlook. Follow the creeks, little bridges, and then there it is, Mount Fuji again. We're still climbing up and up and up. That's Fuji there behind the clouds. Hopefully tonight, when we get to the lakes and such, it'll clear up. That's all we can hope for. Otherwise, it's a lot of climbing for nothing. Okay, we're on the Fujiyama project. Okay, supposed to be a shrine that we get to see Mount Fuji in the background up there, but as you see, it's cloudy, so we're not going to see diddly squat. We're still climbing the mountains. So yeah, that's Mount Fuji there. Supposed to be a beautiful view of it, but it's not cooperating today. And the rest is a cave, some ruins, some other stuff. It's a UNESCO site. I'll skip. I figured I may as well take the photos of this. It's something different. That's the one I says I'm not going up to, but it looks like it's a graveyard. There's the temple, or the shrine. It's been redone by the looks of it. This is the cave. Can't go into the cave. The talisman. And that's about it. I'm gonna charge the phone and head up the road. Okay, again, supposed to be the perfect view. There's a wedding party down there, but no mountain right now. Put some nice flowers. The view would be awesome if the clouds weren't there, because that's Mount Fuji. Clear shot of it from here. According to where I'm going, less of a clear shot, they say. But those are the lakes. Parts of the lakes have got real good views, other parts not so much. So, the way it is. Too bad it doesn't clear up. This side of the road, not so bad. We're almost up at the first level of plateaus, but as you see, Mount Fuji is just sucked in. It's supposed to clear up, but well, my luck, didn't clear up. Keep climbing. On this side, with the way the grass is and everything else, if the mountain was showing. It would remind me a lot of Mount Kenya. I'd be looking for the lions in this stuff. May not be Mount Fuji on this side, but it is beautiful scenery up in the mountains. So there's the lake. That's where there's supposed to be a great view. So it must be after this. We'll see what happens. The forest here is a little bit creepy. It's got that up and down and creepy type feel to it. But we'll probably be sleeping in the creepy thing tonight. Okay, now I kind of understand what this one guy meant by the 5 lakes are nice, but not what you expect, because you can't see anything because of all the trees. So unless you're in the right spot, you don't see much of anything. What a beautiful ride. Nice little entrance to a dark tunnel. See where this goes. Okay, that's the lake. I'm going around. It's getting late, so I got to start thinking of places. As you can see, this would be the shot of a lifetime if the mountain peeks its head out again. So we'll see. Last night's camping, and it started to rain. And the beautiful view from the lake of Mount Fuji, the rain has taken it away. So now we gotta wait a few hours and see if this moves on. If not, we're screwed. Okay, especially because of the weather, I'm having to come out and check on this tunnel here. You'll see where I'm at there, and then there's a tunnel to see if there's an exit point for me, or is it all the way back down to Fuji or around the other way, because that's how the routes are. Okay, it has no signs that say no bike. Since we're allowed on the road, that's the way it goes. It's a busy tunnel, but with the lights on, put my lights on, everything else, should be able to make it. So it's an option for the way out to avoid the snow and rain up top over the pass. When the fog and rain does come, the mountains get that good mysterious feel and that kind of stuff. You don't get the views you want, but you get something completely 100% different. It's also worthwhile. Some days you win, some days you lose. Such a beautiful view in the rain of Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji. Okay, take a look at what this guy, he was at the campgrounds, what he's riding. Partial bike packing, partial regular biking. He's down there doing the meditation thing, so I'm not bothering him. Still waiting. Okay, that's a lovely shot. So sometimes, like we say, gotta make the best out of a situation. All perspective. Look that way. No, Mount Fuji. Look this way. Beautiful shot. Okay, worth waiting for breakfast, worth waiting for everything. We got the money shot. Here's the tree, there's the bike, and from here you can zoom in to Mount Fuji, pretty much uncovered, and we'll stay at a range where it's nice. Okay, now we can ride up the road and see if we can get better shots elsewhere. Was worth the wait. Sat half a morning, but it did break free, so now we gotta ride as fast as we can to as many places as we can. Okay, this would have been the view from last night's camping spot. Beautiful with the trees here, and then lose it. Okay, as the road zips around, not supposed to be doing this, I'll do it anyways. Video. You get some terrific shots of the rivers and Fuji and such. This is what we came to see. Some of it we can share, a lot of it we can't. As you pop around corners, you get a different view. So, like I say, we'll do as many as we can, but there is traffic and such. Definitely do see the point of the one guy saying the Lakes Trail. Most of it is forest here before you get to something to one of the visuals of that one. But then again, it is beautiful forest area and everything else, so right around the first park here, you see Fuji in the background, peeking through in here and there. Not one of the best shots, so we'll move on. Sometimes you're just going too fast and too quick to get this shot, which is a beautiful one. But that's the turning point there, and then you lose the visual. Viewpoint number one, let people take their pictures of that. I'm parked up over here, so there we are. Proof I was there. Okay, I'm going to do what I'm not supposed to do, which is as I go around the lake and the different spots, video while riding. But since it's so nice, I'm going to take advantage of it. There's not many cars, so you can kind of see what the ride's like. I think you went past something that was a bad view, you go back to a nice view. Good, bad, it's in between the tree lines. The human eye view, it's going to be really nice. You get that, get the beautiful lake, and then you get that. But yeah, full shots of it, only certain areas. As quickly as you get it, it comes and disappears. You got to be quick, and it's hard with trends. I say, well, then it turns back, and it's barely peeking through over there. So let's see what it brings next. It's a nice ride. On a ride like this is you want to get to that money, what they call the money shot. At the same time, you want to get stuff that's different than everybody else gets. Haha, good luck there. Okay, the third lake coming in from my direction. The first lake I missed because just cloudy and that, and I wasn't going to go back to it this morning because I don't have the time to make both directions and see if I've got an out. This direction, the third lake, kind of sucked. No real good views. Let's see what the next one brings. They closed off the little tunnel up top there, and now we have the tunnel that's here. I opted to ride on the sidewalk and not on the street. I just find it if they have a sidewalk, I'll ride on the sidewalk in these tunnels. Okay, this is now coming up on the fourth lake, the biggest one, the most popular out of it, where you'll see a lot of people coming to. It's the more tourist one. This will be the last one I go to. Then I've either got to go back around or I go over the mountain pass. It's that way somewhere. We'll see how it goes once I get there. We're going to drive the lake views around, take a few places. You see the no camping signs along there. So a lot of this, they get too many tourists. So, and it's not just foreign tourists, it's the local tourists. So they post them no camping in these places. So that's the Mount Fuji viewpoint from here. I don't know if I got to go back and take a little bit more or not. That's probably about the best it's going to be. Another tunnel. And beautiful. Okay, after the tunnel, it gets good again. So you gotta stop. More cyclists here. Okay, as you can see, this here's got no real stopping points. Kind of, you could, but it's not meant for stopping, but beautiful view lake. And of course, Mount Fuji. It's got the cute little tunnels and such. But we're going to avoid the tunnel and go around for the viewpoint, which is going to be better if you go around the tunnel. As you see, we come around the corner on this one. The view is much better coming around. I'll stop for a quick photo shot, and then that'll be that. So when you look, beautiful view from this part of the lake, Mount Fuji. You don't get the whole thing, you get a little bit in front of it. But overall, beautiful, gorgeous lake. Kind of biking trails here and there. And the lake goes around that way more. I'm going to ride along the inner trail a little bit, not on the outer street. That way I can video much easier while riding and show the lake and show that. The lake comes around, so it's beautiful. Nice little ride. See why this is the most touristed area for cycling and everything else, besides the fact that the big city is right there. It is a gorgeous view, full view of Mount Fuji with the lake, so it's definitely the tourist destination. Okay, we've come down to the walking flower path, so it's where everybody's come, but it's got a nice view of Fuji there. So I'm going to go down it anyways, because it is what it is. To avoid the tourist traps, but this one definitely not bypassing the tourist trap. But it was fascinating. Even like here, they've got a sign, can't take your bike down. But I want to go to the viewpoint. So here at the far end of the lake is the most view of the lake and Mount Fuji. Okay, crossing the bridge to the last area I'll be checking out here around Fuji and headed back to one of the exit points. Over there is another snow-capped mountain. Take advantage of parking free. Park the bike there because this is way too touristy already. I can tell going up here nothing but Western tourists, so I don't want to get caught in this mess. I just want to take my pictures, get my thing, and get back into the road. Well, definitely a tourist mess, but what the heck. Okay, that's one of the views you come for. Get the shrine, a lot of people. So I'll zoom out and see all the people. Zoom in. What you gotta say? It's the zoo of people trying to get the same picture. There's the pagoda, and then there's a view spot above the pagoda so you can get a view down. No drones, of course, blah blah blah. Tons of tourists. You can see the crowds at the observation desk and stuff. Just tourist hell. I like the other side of the mountain much better. Gotta go to one or two of the little temples on the way down. Oh, that was nice, but way overcrowded for my taste. Can't even enjoy it. I mean, I'd rather look here, just off the street, and have the view where I can get the flowers and everything instead of fighting people. But that's how tourist places go. Got the shot. Okay, from here, we're gonna start losing Mount Fuji again until we circle around the mountains and get far enough away that it's in the backdrop. But we won't be as close as we just were. Like I said, okay, last night's camping spot is here. It's probably behind one of those little mountains, but now the car rest stops. Sometimes they're okay, sometimes you're allowed to camp, sometimes you're not. It's a little cold this morning. It's already almost 7 o'clock and it's colder now than it's been the last few days. So you never know what goes on here. Time to pack up. Think about the fact that I camped here last night, but then I look around at how many cars and how many cars have the beds in them, where they put the bed in the back seats of the car. How many people in Japan actually sleep in places like this or on the side of the road is more than amazing than I thought. As we leave Fuji behind, we're still going to get views of it coming up later from the Tokyo area, but still we're in the beautiful mountains. So beautiful mountain scenery and everything else to enjoy while the ride down and up and down and up and down. We love the mountains so much. Such beautiful views, rivers and stuff to cross and path. Somewhere back there is Mount Fuji. One thing to quickly mention about here in Japan is not always is it best to follow the bike maps where it wants to take you. It does a lot of zigzagging and this and that. Sometimes the actual roads have better bike paths on them than the secondary roads do. The old bridges, the beautiful gorges. Still no sign of Fuji. Sometimes trying to share everything, it's not easy because of either traffic or rules or other things. Mountainsides sure are beautiful. A lot of ups and downs, but beautiful. As I say, some of these back roads it takes shot. Kind of a little bit scary where they go and how they go. Not much passing room or anything else. That's why I say sometimes main roads a little bit better. Okay, a lot of days, there's the road. The map tells me to turn here. Got to dodge all of these. And I got to go down the road there. And then I'll come up the road there. Okay, it's a walking path, but come on. Then it's to bridges. Then up the hill, because this goes down the hill. And then the pathways. Not so bad. Oh, we get to go under there. Okay, we've got to go back over the bridge because this side blocks off here. Can't go through this. And then there's no way to get on the little walking path that's on that side. So you go all the way back around and do it again. Okay, try number 2. Now on this side of the bridge, which goes around on the path there. Safer. Like I say, some of the strangeness here in Japan wants me to go now up and over this to wherever it goes. Okie dokie. All that just to bring you to the other side of the road. Okie dokie. Lunch of champs. Chicken juice on a street to sit on. Okay, we've entered the outskirts of Tokyo, so we'll see how this goes. More tunnels between suburbs. Well, that's a look back into the mountains, way in the background from where I just came, and we're getting deeper into Tokyo now. But as you see, it's just clouds, so I'm not going to see any great shots. Okay, this is where I camped last night. You can see I tied to the pole there and that. It's just on the edge of a park or a runway between 2 parks. Not the best, but I needed to. It got dark, so pulled off the road. Number 2, you'll see people walking around now already. So this is the problem in Japan. Sunset to sunrise is your camping, so you got to pack up quickly and be ready. There is one advantage if you sleep at the parks. Normally the parks, or anywhere near the parks, have toilets nearby, handicapped toilets as well, which may or may not have power for you, as well a place that you can rinse off, wash up, clean yourself up at. There are black and white police bicycles. Coming into Tokyo, there are bike lanes here and there, or sidewalks with the bike things, but there's signage everywhere to tell you where to ride and what to do. So be careful. A lot of the little bike paths are marked what size vehicle you can bring through there. So anything over 125 can't go on there. The morning time commute into Tokyo. Trains and this and that and traffic and stoplights. So much fun. Traffic hour. Zoom. Zoom. Traffic hour. Traffic hour. And again, not that there's anything wrong with trikes and that, but sometimes these areas would be really tight, cutting through, cutting around. A lot of narrow streets. It brings you into a lot of these crazy little streets that are back streets, blocked off for pedestrian traffic only, on and off, never know. Like I say, not overly friendly. You gotta cross this like this, and then when you come here, you gotta check your streets both ways before you can cross. we get deeper into Tokyo. Fun, fun. City goes from craziness to non-craziness, back to craziness. You just don't know. Not a clue where I'm at, but I gotta figure out a place to stop and get something to eat. Okay, the temple grounds. Back to the bike. You really don't see much of the royal place. It's hard to go in and see. And then you get to the inner part of the city where it's going to be more fun of traffic and other things. And this is where I have to turn, so we'll go this way. Alright, the rains have started slow, so head slowly to the last couple places, then to the hostel to check in before the heavy rain starts. All the anime stuff. So I gotta stop over here and walk into the area, see what it is.
Just like and subscribe to us.